This is the music area because it's not directly part of my experience. So various items in general over here, die Musik in Geschichte und Gegenwart, which is the German equivalent of a Grove dictionary. And then this is all Paderewski, including some of his piano rolls from the period of the 19 teens and 20s. And this is Brockhaus Riemann here, Musiklexikon. There's a lot of things in German. His private railway cars are covered here. So various biographies, short mentionings of one kind. Leopold Auer was the mentor of my violin teacher. Also Jascha Heifetz and Misha Elman and all of these people. So Russian history, then we start with Germany here. And Germany goes on around this corner on this side, down to here, and then we get general Middle European items, general works, and then up here we begin with Austria, Hungary, Czech Republic, etc. Then the Balkans, Yugoslavia, Bulgaria, etc. And Romania, etc. And Greece and all. This is Jewish history in Poland. This is a bit on Ukraine. I don't have that much on Ukraine as a separate entity. But everything from here all the way over there. So about 2,000 books are about Poland. So,
are you from Poland?
I'm not from Poland. I'm a Southern white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. I grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina,
Okay.
and my parents were from North Carolina, so we go back about 300 years
Okay.
in North Carolina. So
Wow.
English, Scots, Irish, etc. So this is general Polish history, a lot of older books in English here. And then we start out in the 14th, 15th centuries here, moving quickly there through 1791. Then we get to Napoleon, etc. This is the famous Walewska. Did you ever hear of Walewska?
Mm-hmm.
The mistress of Napoleon, who bore him his only viable son, who later, illegitimate though he may have been, Walewski he goes by his mother's name. He became the foreign minister of France under Napoleon III in the 1850s. So then we get up into the 19th century here for Poland. These are various pamphlets and all. So the fellow I wrote my dissertation on, who is right there, nice pen. That was well done.
Thank you.
Starts here, his own works of various kinds, on publications of one kind or another, and then his friends and political cooperatives. Then we get further among his friends, and then his descendants, political descendants, right through here all the way down. And then we start out with World War I. World War I begins here with all sorts of pamphlets, publications in Switzerland, etc., etc. Here we have a small section on the Jewish question in World War I. And then we get the Versailles Peace Treaty up here, a good deal on that. I've got copies of every one of the treaties. There are 5 treaties. So Versailles is really only with Germany. Trianon is with Hungary. Saint-Germain is with Austria, etc., etc. So then we have the British position at Versailles. Not much on the French position, but they're pro-Polish. I mean, it's just they're the most pro-Polish of the whole group. Americans and Versailles, etc. This is on Paderewski as politician. So down below here, yes. Some of these are published in Chicago. These are recent items here. This is the Archivum Polityczne, the political archive of Paderewski, 6 volumes right there. So then we get the interwar period, 1919, 1939. So his Dmowski's main opponent in politics was Joseph Pilsudski. So that's this man, etc., etc., etc. Then we get to World War II. This is 1939, the actual outbreak of the war here. Then the system, the Polish Air Force in England and the UK. And this is my friend here, 308th Squadron, Jerzy. So, and then we go through the, up here, the Jewish experience in World War II in Poland, where they were practically all killed, 91%. So down through here, the Jewish experience, well, here, and to this point. Then we get the Polish couriers who brought word out about the concentration camps as a transition block. Then we have the Polish experience in World War II, several pages, or several shelves. And then the end of the war, Communist Party takeover, 1947, 1949, well, 1945, 1949, really. And then we move up to here, and we get up to the early 1950s, 1956 uprising here, 1968. This is Miedziewski's biography of Cardinal Wyszyński. So 1956, 56, 68. Then we get the election of the Pope, 1980, Solidarity. It's all through here, and ever since. And then we end. We have a German encyclopedia, we have a Polish encyclopedia, we have a German encyclopedia down here, another German one, recent. This is from 1910. It's marvelous. It's the equivalent of the Britannica 11th edition. This is an 11th edition Britannica, also from 1910. And then we have various atlases. I collect a lot of atlases. So my degrees.
This is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Oh my.
So, and this is Polish literature over here. I'll go around.
And there's more.
Yeah, this is Polish literature on that shelf. This is Polish art and painting here. This is all Paderewski things, his programs. I have about 70 of his piano programs, original copies. They're in these three sections right here. So original piano items, then various other items dealing with him here, and then a lot of postcards of Raleigh from the early part of the 20th century are in these items. So various other items over here, that's miscellaneous. This is an Encyclopedia Judaica, which is published in Israel. This huge set right here. But there were so many Jews in Poland that they are very influential. So a large part of Polish history can be dealt with in this encyclopedia from the Jewish point of view. This is Salo Baron, who was at Yeshiva in New York. I talked with him a couple of times here. Now my Chinese things are down here at the bottom. This is Nanjing. The massacre at Nanjing was covered by a friend of mine. My particular Protestant denomination ran Jinling College in Nanjing. The woman who headed that college was a member of my church. She committed suicide after this massacre.
Yes.
So her name is Minnie Vautrin, from Michigan, actually, originally. Okay, I believe Michigan, maybe Illinois. I better go back and check. So, but Cyril Bates, B-A-T-E-S, minor, M-I-N-E-R, Cyril, S-E-A-R-L-E, Bates, was in Nanjing. He went to China in 1916 when the real warlord era began. 1916, everything came apart. Yuan Shikai, do you know Yuan Shikai? He was a general.
Yuan Shikai, yes.
Yuan Shikai. He from 1912 to 1916 he had the country fairly well united, but when he died in 1916, Chang Tso-lin, all of these people came in and had their own sections of the country. Okay, so 1916, Minor Cyril Bates shows up in China as an American missionary and joins the faculty at this Jinling, I believe it is, college in Nanjing. So in 1927, Chiang Kai-shek comes up from the south, the southern expedition, and reunites the country to some degree. It never gets completely done. Then we have Mao Zedong, etc., 1933, 4, 5. So the 1937, when the Japanese come in, Shanghai, the incident at the bridge, all of this.
It's
Then
in Beijing.
Yeah, right.
Beijing.
And then they show up in Nanjing in December, and they start killing everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just incredible. You know, as many as 300,000. She says 300,000 here. People dispute that to some degree. But so the Europeans in Nanjing tried to organize what they call the Nanjing Safety Committee. And 3 of those members were missionaries from my church. One was a German, a businessman, and there were others. There were a couple of Presbyterian missionaries in there, etc. So they did what they could in December and January of 1937, 1938, which was not much. It was absolutely terrible. So in 1945, when the Japanese were being tried for war crimes, Cyril Bates was one of the major witnesses. He had written more about it than anyone else and had seen as much or more than anyone else. Well, in 1949, when Mao takes over, October 1949, then the missionaries are all told to leave. So Cyril Bates ends up in Manhattan at Union Theological Seminary, up at Columbia, old Juilliard campus, now Manhattan School of Music, all of that. So, but he came to church every Sunday on the east side at 85th and Park Avenue, where I sang in the choir. So I look forward to seeing him every Sunday because he had all of these stories, you know, not only 1937, 1938, but also Chiang Kai-shek in 1927. Because when the Kuomintang army came north, it was not pretty then either, because they were Chinese nationalists, therefore anti-European. So there were all sorts of problems there too. I've got to go. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Thank you
I'm
for
sorry.
this amazing
I've got to
tour.
run. Yes, if I may,
Yes.
here